All right. This is Maya at Maya's Math Made Easy. I had my daughter Janai helping me with the camera today, so thank her for helping me out. So this is once again National Tutor Appreciation Week, and as you know, as a math tutor, I want to encourage all of you to take advantage of the tutors and the help that you have available to you. Math and other subjects are just not necessarily easy, especially if your teacher is not teaching it in a way that you can understand it. Do not hesitate to ask for help. All right, reach out, find someone that can help you, someone that you work well with, that can give you the help that you need so you can get through the courses that you're trying to take. So today's tip, yesterday we talked about graphing linear equations. Today, another issue that a lot of students have comes down to the negative and positive numbers. So believe it or not, you'll do all kinds of great things in math classes and you'll be awesome and you'll get all the way to the end and it'll be the sign or the negative or positive that will throw your answer off. So this is just an introduction to working with sign numbers, or what we call negative numbers, when we're adding, okay? So just to kind of give you some background, if you take it way back to when you first learned how to add, we learned that 3 plus 4 would equal 7, okay? If we take it up a notch, let's say we have two negatives. We have -3 and -4, okay? This would be you were already behind $3 and you spent $4 more. Now how much do you have? You have a total of now -7, okay? So let's take a look at this. Here we had two numbers that were positive, and we did 3 plus 4 to get 7. Here we had a -3 and a -4 that were also put together, but they ended up with a -7, okay? We're going to come back to this in just a minute. Let's take a look at these other two. Here we have a -3 plus 4, and money always kind of helps when you're thinking about comprehending negative numbers. If you already owe someone $3 or you have -$3 in your account, but someone was gracious enough to give you $4. Again, you're in the whole $3. Someone gives you $4. Now how much money do you actually have? Well, once you took care of that debt of $3, you really only have $1 left, okay? Switch that around. Let's say you have $3, but you are going to spend $4. You're taking away $4, okay? So you had 3, you took away 4, now you are short $1, or you have a -$1 in your account, all right? So looking at these two situations, here, both of these situations, we actually added 3 plus 4 and got 7, okay? One was positive, one was negative. But look at these two situations. With these two, I ended up subtracting. The difference between 3 and 4 is 1 each time. One's a positive and one's a negative. So by following this pattern, it kind of helps us to come up with some rules. And these are my rules that I've taught in math classes for many years, just to kind of keep it simple, all right? Rule number 1 comes from these two examples here, that if you are working with the same signs, either they're both positive or they're both negative, every time, if you have the same signs, you're going to add. Oops, I missed a word. Sorry. That's what I get for writing and talking at the same time. Same signs, add. Okay? So what that means is either they're both positive or they're both negative. They have the same signs. Okay? Rule 2. Nice and simple. Here, 1 is a positive number and 1 is a negative number. I got a fly in here. If you have what we call opposite signs, one's a positive and one's a negative, now we subtracted, okay? So our opposite signs, subtract. Opposite signs, we get to subtract. All right? I always tell my college students that I'm a math student, I'm a math teacher, I'm kind of a math brain. My spelling is sometimes off. So if you see one of these videos and I've got a spelling mistake, just kind of, put it in the comments or laugh to yourself, okay? It's also tough to write and talk. Okay, so we have 2 rules. Our same signs, you're going to add those numbers together. Our opposite signs, you're going to subtract the numbers. Now, here's the last piece. In order to get the answer right, you have to know if it should be a positive answer or a negative answer, okay? Obviously, for the first rule, if they're both the same signs, if they were positive at the beginning, it's going to be positive in the answer. If they were negative in the beginning, you're going to have a negative in your answer. So you're just going to keep the same sign, okay? So keep the same sign for rule 1. But for rule 2, it's a little bit different because you have to figure out, well, should it be a positive or a negative? And what you're looking at the number with the larger value, okay? The larger value, ignoring the sign. So in general, ignoring the negative or positive, 4 is bigger than 3. What we would call the absolute value, okay? 4 is bigger than 3, and 4 is bigger than 3 here. We're ignoring the negative. So if the 4 is the bigger number and it's positive, my answer is positive. Here, my 4 is the bigger absolute value number, and it happens to be negative, so my answer is negative. So for this situation, we're going to keep the sign of the larger number. Keep the sign of the larger number. Okay? So these rules are golden, okay, when it comes to working with negative and positive numbers, especially if you're in a class where you cannot use a calculator and you're having to figure out what the answer is. If they're both negative or positive, add it together, keep the same sign. If they're opposite signs, you're going to subtract, and it doesn't matter the order. Always take the bigger number minus the smaller number, no matter which order it's in. Subtract those two values, and whatever the larger number is, keep that number's sign. Okay? So I hope this is helpful. I may do another video with subtracting negative numbers. That kind of takes it to the next step after this. But if you can get these 2 rules, you can do adding and subtracting of negative and positive numbers. All right? I'll see you on tomorrow's video when we continue with our Tutor Appreciation Week. Thank you. Poor Janiyah, struggling with my camera.
Sorry.
You can't get it? All right. See you later.